protect that spot.
Man, it's going to be tough. And like I've been talking about on this first barrel, they've kind of gone back and forth with their timing here on the first. They've gotten it perfectly. They've gone a step by it. They're really having to watch it on the backside to make sure that they keep that first barrel up. But I've been impressed by how this young horse has handled it. Here they go to that first. Stevie even goes a slight step by it, but comes around it perfectly. Gets around the second like it's, oh man. And that's gonna hurt right there. That's gonna ruin their spot in the average right there. But tough round right there for Stevie and Lemon Drop. That horse is so fast, and just the angles right there. You can see she came a little bit of the step, passed it on the backside, came right over the top of it, and that's common in the second barrel.
Ivy Sabins, Zawada, Oklahoma.
This team hit a barrel last night, but they really clocked. Would have won second in the round. Makes a nice first barrel for Ivy, and she just rides so correct. Stays right in the middle on J-Lo this entire run. Looks like a clean one. This one could be fast. Second on the ground.
Yeah, might be her best one yet. And oh yeah, it is.
It is.
Wow. Matches the fastest time that we have seen in 6 rounds, 13:43. Winna Johnson won round 4 with a time of 13:46. So she knows all about that 13 in the 40s kind of zip code.
Yeah, we know that this team is very capable of a lot of speed. I ran into Wenda today. She said she just focused on getting this young horse with spots. Missed the spot a little bit there on the first barrel, and the horse is just really anticipating those turns, and that's going to happen. The more runs that you see in this arena, we're going to see more down barrels.
Yep, 13:64. Going to add 10 to that. Issues with barrel 1 and barrel 2.
Yeah, it is really hard to keep them from dropping in right there, and that's just going to happen when you see that fence so close to that barrel.
Lisa Lockhart, 15 straight trips to the National Finals Rodeo. Richest barrel racer in terms of NFR dollars in history.
Everybody's so excited when they see Lisa Lockhart run into this arena. Gives themselves plenty of room on the first. Definitely didn't come too close there. Makes it around the second. And Cutter kind of throws his head a little bit on the back of that second and the third. That could cost him some time.
13:70 for Lisa Lockhart, second best right now. Ivy Sabins, 13:43, matching the fastest time of the week. She's still in the top spot. Rooting for Molly Otto to get a check right here. Comes in from Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Molly Otto's moved up into the ground. She made a horse change last night. She only has 2 really solid young horses, which can be tricky in this setup. But she's back on Chewy. Maybe gave a little bit too much room on that first barrel, but a beautiful second right there. Making around third. Nice run for Molly Otto.
Can she get a check tonight? Her time 14.02. Might be a little bit off the pace down that line. That leads us to our reigning world champion, Haley Kinsel.
Haley and sister pulled that second place check last night. They're even higher up in the ground tonight. I think tonight is going to be their best opportunity that they've had to really get this round win. You can see sister's got her ears up. Haley's talking to her, working her up that alleyway, making sure she's nice and patient and set up perfectly for that first barrel. And here they go. Nice clean first.
You know, she just keeps climbing back up in that average race as well.
Whoops, she kind of had to catch her there at the third to keep her from dropping in, but let's see.
13:55. Haley and sister are starting to find their stride right here. You know, usually by this time, Steve Kenyon, we're talking about who's going to finish second. That's not the case now.
Well, let's take a look at this. Jordan Briggs is about to make a run. She's 21,000 behind Haley Kinsel. Haley's sitting second right now. She's going to move up a spot in the average because Stevie Hillman hit that barrel. Jordan third in the world. Emily Beisel fourth in the world, 7th in the average. They are both major players in this race.
Yeah, and Jordan Briggs is such a solid player in this race, especially with this run she is throwing down right now. She was a 13:54 last night. Let's see what she gets done on Rolo.
13:63, that's going to be behind Haley Kinsel and behind Ivy Sabins. Should lead us right on into Shelly Morgan. Came in here number 3. Hasn't quite been able to keep pace. Well, the bottom line though, you know, Janie, if You get to the point where Haley Kinzel's cashing in every round, she's going to be hard to catch.
Yeah.
She just is consistently pulling checks, but a lot of that average money comes into play here. And Kiss nails the first barrel, absolutely beautiful. Man, she kind of has to reach down and hold up that second barrel right there. But great run by Shelly Morgan and Kiss. She is riding very aggressive tonight.
13:56.
Good run.
Yeah, it's going to move her to third place.
Ooh, right there. It looks like she touched it, but she didn't actually reach down for it. But nice save there by Shelly Morgan.
Donna K. Rule, she won round 2 with a time of 13:56. Made about 62,000 plus. Valor's ready to go.
Yeah, that would be so scary to have to help get a horse into this arena.
Yeah, Donna doesn't even try to hold this horse back. She just lets him go and do his thing. They slide a little bit past that first. Not exactly how they wanted to do it, but this horse is so fast. Kind of goes into a wide angle in third there for a moment, but Donna Kane Valor.
13:87. That's in the 6th place right now. Last spot to make a check. Jessica Rotier, Buffalo, South Dakota.
Jessica Rotier is one of 5 barrel racers to have a clean run so far, but hey, if you hit a barrel, it doesn't completely take you out of getting a decent average check. We'll see that with Haley Kinzel, but they've been clean so far. There's something maybe off on the ground a little bit at that first barrel that's kind of making these horses stutter step for a second, but Jessica Rotier and Missy, another, I almost jinxed them there just for a second. They knocked the third barrel.
Yeah, like you said, she was one of the 5 ladies that have clean runs, so that's going to hurt her.
Just right there, a little bit too close on that backside. She catches it with her knee. Guys, that can hurt.
Cheyenne Wimberly split the first round with Amanda Welsh.
I was kind of impressed by this horse change in Cheyenne. She changed to this horse Lex, also known as Streakin' Images. She's ran this mare at a ton of those small building rodeos from the winner. Makes kind of a wild pattern, but really stops the clock. Nice and close on the back of that first barrel and makes that step by second, but sometimes that can play in their favor in terms of speed. Maybe gets a little caught on the ground at third.
Kept in the 13s though, 13.92.
Yeah.
1 spot out of the money. Amanda Welsh is next to go. She gets ready to move up the alley. We bring Steve Kenyon back in.
Guys, Amanda Welsh has had a good first NFR, 5th in the world. Coming in tonight, 4th in the average. 2 of the people in front of her have hit barrels. She's got a chance to move up. Haley Kinzel has a chance to move up from 6th to 4th. That's an extra $16,000 for Haley if she can hold that spot.
And I absolutely love this horse's style, and they come back on that first. It almost looks like they got caught in the ground on the backside at first, just came over on the top of it, and that is heartbreaking for Amanda Welsh, who's doing so well in the average.
Do you know who's smiling right now? Haley Kinzel. Man, she just keeps moving up that average list and moving on up.
Man, that is hard to watch for Amanda Welsh, and such a cool horse.
There's Nellie Miller, 2017 world champion. NFR number 5 for her.
Sister's kind of starting to fight that alleyway a little bit. She's got to back her up in there, but they take off good timing to the first, and that might be one of the best first barrels we've seen Nellie Miller have all week long, and an absolutely perfect second. Nice and close. Wow. Beautiful run. Nellie Miller and Sister, they figured it out.
Yeah, it looked like vintage Sister right there, 13.78.
6th place right there, last spot in the money. Let's bring Steve back in.
All right, so here's the deal. Brittany Posey Tanazi, her last world title was in 2009. She starts tonight in the number 1 spot in the average. She's got her best chance right now as she gets back on birdie tonight after winning 3 straight checks on Katniss to maybe be in a position to win a 3rd world title.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks to last year when it was between Brittany and Haley right here, but she gave her mare Katniss the night off and really has to fight to get birdie past that second to have a clean run. Lots of ground trouble happening in this run, but Brittany Posey, she is clean.
Not going to make money, 14.31. She's going to move actually now to number 2 in the average. Briggs is going to move to the top spot, and Haley Kinzel's moved up to number 3 in the average.
Yeah.
She's got a path to world championship right now with everything that has transpired in round number 6. Emily Miller-Beisel last to go. How good was she last night? 13:43. She won the round, and that's what Ivy Sabins is sitting on right now in terms of the lead in round 6.
They made an incredible run last night, and she said what made all the difference was she kind of gave Chongo that night off, really spent some bonding time with him, made sure he was nice and happy. We'll see how he feels tonight, but they make a great first barrel. Another great second. She still does the leg lift just in case, and this was quick on the back at third. This could be fast, guys.
Hold your breath. Oh, 13:58. Now it's going to put her in 4th place. Ivy Sabins going to wind up as the winner. Emily Miller-Beisel is going to get another pretty decent check. She's going to pick up 11,000 and change for a 4th place finish. Arena, feed greatness, and you get back to Ivy Sabins and J-Lo, and they just put it all together tonight, and they were flawless. 13:43. Matches the fastest time of the week. Gets a go-around win and a check for almost $27,000. So a little spark in the week of Ivy Sabins as she gets a chance to make that victory lap. Here's a look at it. Pretty solid night of barrel racing. 13:43. Haley Kinzel winds up number 2 and moves up. She is now number 3 in the average. Big night for the 3-time world champion.